Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I gotta apologize. I'm sorry I'm not there with you to be able to finish reading aloud the book. I had a little dilemma because I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to finish the book today, but I only had the book on my iPad. So what I decided to do is to read aloud the book into the camera here and let you guys see the words, and I hope you enjoy the end of Heartbeat. This chapter is called Sleeping. Grandpa is lying on his bed, with the baby asleep on his chest, the two of them curled together peacefully. I lie beside them, sneaking one arm over them, making sure they are both breathing. Thump, 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 thump. And I feel infinitely happy that this miracle baby has come to us, and infinitely, infinitely, infinitely sad that my grandpa does not have a whole long life ahead of him. This chapter is called A Secret. I am running down the path, up the hill. Hey, Annie Banani, how's that baby? Fine, Mrs. Cobberobber. Perfect. It feels so good to run, to fill up with air where everything looks green and lush, everything in harmony. Hey, Annie. Max's voice is sour, not in harmony. Hey, Max. He runs with his head down, not speaking, sullen, tense. I can't help myself. We have a new baby. It's a boy, and his name is Joey, after my grandpa, and he is beautiful, and... That's great. Just great, Max mutters, interrupting me, chopping off my words, letting them fall onto the path like dead leaves. I take it you didn't see the race, he asks. I try to tell him that I was there, but was called away by Mrs. Cobber, because the baby was coming, but he chops my words again. Well, I didn't win. He says it roughly, accusingly, as if it was my fault. We run past the birches, leap over the creek, past the barn, round the pasture. We reach the bench and stretch and flop, and I check the soles of my feet, searching for words, but there is still no help on my feet. And finally I say, "Did you feel bad?" His answer is a hiss. Yes. Was I supposed to feel good? It was only one race. I try, but he chops my words. I had to win that race. I had to. I don't ask why. We start back down the path, retracing our steps. Black, black, black Max mood all around us. But when we reach the place where we normally part, I grab his arm, and I ask him to come with me. He tries to pull away. You want me to see the baby, don't you? I don't want to see but I chop his words. Chop, chop. Max, you are coming with me. This will only take 5 minutes, and you are not going to argue with me. I pull him along until I feel him give in, and when we reach our house, I tug him inside and upstairs where Mom is leaning in the doorway of Grandpa's room, smiling at Grandpa sitting in his chair with the baby curled against his chest. Grandpa is humming a little melody to the baby, and when he sees us, he pulls the baby a little closer. It's okay, Grandpa. This is Max. Remember Max? Grandpa studies him a moment and then nods and releases the baby to my open arms. As I offer the baby to Max, he takes one step backward, but I nudge the baby into Max's arms. To my surprise, Max takes the baby gently and cradles him in his arms, as if he has been holding babies all his life. He strokes baby Joey's cheek and then glances around the room. He spies the photograph of Grandpa with his trophy. It is the photograph which Grandpa had asked me to take away, but which I see he has retrieved. Max asks Grandpa about the photograph, and they talk of races and running, and I leave them alone while I shower and change, and when I return, Grandpa has baby Joey again, and Max is holding a box and thanking my grandpa. Outside, Max says that Grandpa gave him a gift and told him his secret about running. He opens the box and he shows me the gift. Grandpa's running shoes, 60 years old. Lucky shoes, Max says. They are worn and stained, and they look nothing like the new shoes that Max bought. I feel a little jealous that Grandpa has given these shoes to Max and not to me. I asked Max what the secret was, and Max says, "I can't tell you, can I? It's a secret." But he smiles and his black mood is gone, and he waves as he trots off down the road, cradling his lucky shoes and his secret. Upstairs, I take baby Joey from Grandpa, and I press the warm bundle to me, and Grandpa says, "You're wondering why I gave him the shoes, aren't you?" "Yes." "Honey, you like to run barefoot," he says, "and you don't need those old smelly shoes." I ask him about the secret he told Max. "Honey," he says, "you already know the secret." Baby Joey wakes, squirms, cries, and Grandpa whispers to him, "Run for the pleasure of running. It's a secret, baby." The package. Tied to my locker is a plastic bag, and taped to the bag is a yellow card, with my name scrawled in awkward letters like a child's printing. Inside the bag, a dozen colored pencils and smooth, thick, white paper. A gift! An anonymous gift. But I know who it's from. After school, I run. "Hey, Annie." "Hey, Max." And on we go, as we always do, up and down the hills, over the creek. And at the bench, I mention the extraordinary gift, the anonymous gift. And I turn to Max, who turns to me, and we do not blink until he says, "Ready to run back?" And I say, "Ready." And off we go. Breathing in, breathing out, thump, 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 thump. And I think it odd but right that this is the way we talk. Run, thump, 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 thump. This chapter is called Yum Boy. On the last day of school, as Kaylee and I are cleaning out our lockers, we overhear two older girls talking about Max. "He's so, I don't know, like, mysterious. Yeah, and so cute. So yum." I laugh, not sure why. Kaylee asks me if I like Max. "Sure," I say. "But like, Kaylee persists, like, do you really like him?" I shrug, just like Max does, and I think about Moody Max and Running Max, and the Max who removes a leaf from my hair, and the Max who pesters me, and the Max who holds Joey, and the Max who wants secrets and lucky shoes and who has big, big dreams. And I don't know how to answer Kaylee, because I do like Max, all of Max, even the moods and the pestering. But I am not ready yet to think of him the way other girls are thinking of him. And I want him to stay Max, my same moody Max, and I want him to run with me for a little longer. This chapter is called 100 Apples. Grandpa and baby Joey and I are looking through my apple folder. Grandpa points out his favorites as Joey gazes wisely as if he understands what he is seeing. Grandpa reaches the 99th apple, a slim core, eaten away, a narrow, indented column with a dignified but bent stem, and pale flesh browning at the edges. As Grandpa turns the page to the 100th apple, I hear a small intake of breath. He takes the baby's finger, and together they trace the drawing. A small, shiny brown seed, tear-shaped, elegant, both old and new, silent and full of secrets. And that's the end.